What is up, everyone? Sean here, and I'm back with some Street Fighter V news, and we're going to be talking about the second DLC character that has been revealed for Season 2, and that is Kolin, who is actually from the story mode that Street Fighter V had to offer, with all the cinematic stuff and all that fancy stuff. And she's actually not completely new, according to Capcom. If you quoted their statement from Capcom Cup right after finals when they revealed what they had to offer for season 2. They said that they're gonna have characters that are completely new to the Street Fighter universe, and if we're going off of that, Kolin is not completely new here. She was already in Gil's victory pose in Third Strike, and she is the assistant to Gil. So pretty much technically, she is not new. She was just a background character, or or NPC if you want to call her that, for the Street Fighter universe in general. What Capcom should have said is characters that have never fought in Street Fighter games. That would have made more sense, since Kolin definitely falls under that category. Now she's been revealed, and there's been a hint before, just the day before, with Nash, Frozen, and all that stuff. Probably making fun of the fact that Nash has been nerfed to hell, and he's pretty much useless for a lot of people. So judging what we've seen in this video, we pretty much can conclude that she is a rushdown character with some offensive and defensive rushdown options, or mobility options at that. She pretty much has a double jump in a way. You can kind of see her when she jumps, and then she kind of jumps again over Urian's projectile to punish Urian. Now, of course, this is probably more likely due to a air special, and thanks to her ice power, she can pretty much go across the screen to punish opponents from there. She even has some form of projectiles, but those were only pretty much used for adding in the combos, rather than using projectiles alone for that projectile game that you kind of see in Street Fighter V here. Her defensive options include a counter that she can do with her V skill here, called Inside Slash. So pretty much when she gets one hit or something like that, she pretty much performs a double slash after. It looks like she even has some sort of counter from people that are jumping in. She, grab the opponent and throw them to the ground. Her V trigger is pretty much kind of like a move in a way. Urian has his reflector, Zangief with his spinning, and in this case, this V trigger, Diamond Dust, Kolin freezes up the floor, spikes come up, and she can do it twice, and she's able to deal damage, of course, stun the opponent. And her way of stunning is kind of unique, according to Event Hubs. If the opponent reaches to that stun state, they become frozen. So maybe she can actually stun people in the air and keep them there, and maybe perhaps follow up with some moves or setups. Her critical art, of course, is a hit, and after that, she just creates more ice spikes and pierces the opponent that way. And it's called Frost Tower. So I mean, I honestly, I thought this was personally a little underwhelming. I hope Street Fighter V comes up with more critical arts for all the characters down the line, kind of like what they did with Street Fighter 4 as they went on with Super Street Fighter 4, Ultra, Arcade Edition, whatever. It's also interesting to note that because of her Russian appearance, I guess, they gave her some moves that are referencing to Combat Sambo, which if you've looked at Dragunov from the Tekken series, they're kind of similar, but her fighting style goes under a different name. Now let's talk about her from the visual aspect. And this is kind of what I want to talk about quite a bit here. It's very noticeable that her in-game model is different, especially with the face, if you compare it to her story mode model. If you can see it side by side, it's pretty obvious. Her lips are less pronounced. Her eyes have changed, definitely. Her nose, everything. It did receive quite a bit of work, and personally, I really don't care too much about it. I'm not really griping about it. If anything, I actually kind of like this face a little better than the story mode model, just because it's a little more clean. It seems like the story mode model was the early model in a way. You just kind of threw her in there and didn't know what to do with it at the time here. but it looks like they were able to refine it, but would now kind of lean towards more towards Cammy. They, especially if you go look at the costumes, there are some similarities that are very striking, and seems like they've kind of fallen into that style for women anyway. For certain women, I mean. At least the story mode model for Kolin, or Helen, or whatever you want to call her, was a little more unique, but you know, it did look a little more pudgy. Her, you know, it looked like her cheeks were a little bigger, her lips were bigger, definitely, or at least more pronounced, and her eyes were a lot more rounder. So she kind of overall gave off this pudgy appearance comparing to the in-game model as of right now. It was really funny overall because I had a feeling it was Helen because of the whole ice thing. And also there were some rumors that were hinting that it was Kolin / Helen. And right before they, you know, threw out that hint with Nash frozen, you know, that kind of, you know, made me thought, okay, maybe it's going to be Kolin. Things are starting to kind of line up a bit, because if you looked at what happened at the end of the story mode for Street Fighter V, sorry to spoil it here, Helen becomes Kolin pretty much. Helen is an alias, and she reveals to be Kolin after she, you know, goes into her assistant attire or business attire, and loses her, you know, Russian winter outfit. And right between that, you see some shattering going on, and that's pretty much ice. That's like her abilities. She can kind of go into different appearances with her ice powers for some reason, if that makes sense. And that pretty much were the clues that it was going to be her. Overall, appearance-wise, I think she's pretty cool, I guess. No pun intended. Maybe I'll give her a try. I don't know. Maybe she might be fun. Who knows? It all depends on her frame data and her versatility of her actual moves, and what the setups and meta people can come up for Kolin in the future. After this, though, this does raise some questions regarding to Season 2. What other characters are we going to be seeing here? And I have a feeling that one of the characters is going to be one of the dolls that we've seen in the story mode, including the one that wields the sword, because one of the silhouettes, it looks like someone is wielding a sword. If you kind of take a closer look at it, you can kind of see the hilt and stuff like that, the hilt and the handle up, that kind of looks like you would see on a katana or something like that, which I forgot her name, but one of the dolls did wield a sword in story mode. So overall, she's a pretty mobile character, maybe not as fast as someone like Cammy or something like that, but she does have some options. You can, you know, come sliding across the screen, and she has some projectiles, she has some counters, so I think she's gonna be a pretty interesting character. But is her moves are going to be like a Rekka style finally? You know, we haven't really seen a true Rekka style character other than Karen or Karine when she's in V-Trigger mode. We'll definitely have to see. We'll find out one way or the other, and we'll definitely see how good she is in terms of, you know, competitive play later down the line, especially at EVO. So what do you guys think of Helen / Kolin? Do you guys think she's a pretty cool character to be in Season 2? You guys like her appearance, her gameplay style so far? You think is she going to be effective at all? And will you guys be willing to give her a try, buy her, probably most likely for $10? I'm expecting that. Will you guys be getting the Season Pass because of Kolin, and possibly what other character is going to be revealed? Because, you know, Kolin is not a brand new character, but a new character in terms of like that, in terms of fighting. You know, she hasn't fought yet any other Street Fighter games until now. So, what do you guys think? Who are going to be the next character for the reveal? And what do you guys think of Season 2 overall as well? I want to see all those comments. I want to see all that in the comment section below if you have any responses. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell to be notified when I put up any more videos like these. Thank you so much for watching. That's been my breakdown / opinion video on Kolin being revealed for Season 2 of Street Fighter V. I might give it a try. I don't know. We'll have to see about that. Thank you guys again. I'll see you guys in the next video. Sean out.